All right, we are here today. It is Thursday. Let's get some light going here, man. I'm looking pasty. There we go. What's up, people? Welcome to the show today. No1 Podcast. Woohoo! Wanted to talk today about the idea of being a problem solver. I'm a problem solver. That's really what I do. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm just going to start putting on my business card. Wow. I don't even use a business card anymore. I don't know if anybody uses a business card. Really, it's kind of just, I don't know, man. Nobody really uses them anymore. Anyway, I got one of those dot things. You ever see that? Or one of these, like a dot card. Turn it upside down. There we go. Dot has like the QR code on there. Pretty handy. And just tap it to people's phones, adds all your info. So what's up, people? Trying to say hey to some people, but I don't got nobody right now. No viewers. This is like the worst time. 2:00 on a Thursday. You learn. That's how you learn. So let's talk about being a problem solver while we're waiting for people to show up. As ever, if you are live with me, jump in on the chat, okay? Down in the comments below. That's how I can connect with you. So this was an idea that I originally came up with by reading, again, a fantastic author, brilliant guy, rest in peace, Harry Browne. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Harry Browne. He's a libertarian author. Wrote, I think he's most famous for How I Found Freedom in an Unfree World. I highly recommend that book. I think it was written in the 70s. Still a fantastic book. Very good book. In it, he, we were talking about identity the other day. He comes up with this concept of identity traps and how we get trapped in these identities, these identifications, but it's just a trapping of language, right? Language can do that to people, just trap you in these fixed ideas when really the only constant is change, right? So, but in that book, he also talks about like a strategy for making yourself useful to others, because that's what's known as value, right? Value is how you make money. The more value you provide to the most number of people is going to dictate how much money you can make, right? And so he really advocates this idea of marketing yourself or describing yourself or identifying yourself, and maybe there's a trap in here too, but as a problem solver. Right? So I consider myself a problem solver. I like to solve problems. But I'm curious, do you? What problems do you solve? What's up, Tarcisio? Good to see you, my friend. What problems do you solve? Type in the chat, man. I'm curious. I'll read it out. I'll give you a shout out and people can connect with you. It's like networking online or something. So what problems do you solve? I solve all kinds of different problems. I'm constantly solving problems for my family, right? Help my kids solve problems, maybe even try to get ahead of the curve and solve problems for them that they don't know might come up. Like I try to keep them in fitness and exercise to help them develop healthy habits, to maintain their strength, things of that nature, right? My wife, I help my wife around the house. I'm not one of those traditional roles guys. I mean, I guess we kind of fall into it a little bit, but like if my wife needs help with the dishes, I'm solving that problem. If she needs help with laundry, I'll solve that problem. If it's the lawn getting mowed or light bulbs needing to be changed, or I got to change out the post box or the mailbox, or fix the garbage disposal, any of that. I mean, I will solve those problems. Okay. But those being able to solve those problems make me valuable. Okay. But I also help her on her business. I've done that since the day we met. For 16 years, I've helped her solve problems with her business. Now, this is where it begins moving. I solve problems for all kinds of people in this regard. I work with all kinds of different people. I work with individuals who want to be their own boss, or they have a vision, or they have a sense of purpose that they feel they're missing. I will help them determine that. I'll solve that problem. I'll help them make an impact through leadership training, helping getting people involved in what you're doing, right? Because it's going to require people 9 times out of 10 to make any kind of sizable impact. It requires people. Okay. I help people develop businesses. I'm a business developer. Okay. I help people develop their bodies, right? For 20 years, I've been teaching fitness and grappling, the sport of catch wrestling, scientific wrestling. So I help people solve that problem. It's interesting because I've been trying to think about like life from that perspective a little bit, especially because I've got, right now I've got this new product that I am putting out. It's this affiliate program going like crazy, man. I'm actually super excited for it. I've set myself a goal of getting 100 new affiliates, because it's an affiliate program, scientificwrestler.com. Okay. And it solves a problem. Okay. So for me, the way I nutshell this problem, pardon while I look at my notes because I'm still like writing it down, trying to figure it out. The way that I pitched it is that I help with scientific wrestling. Okay. This is my solution to help fight gyms make more money through an accelerated grappling curriculum and business in the box affiliate program so that they can earn a fantastic return on investment doing what they love. Okay? That's how I define it. Now, I don't know if that's how anybody, I actually asked my guys, I asked them, I said, hey, how do you describe what problem I solve? And this is what they wrote. So Vern, who is the very first American scientific wrestling affiliate, Vicious Vern Earwood, badass dude, tougher than hell, former Marine, Sparta fighting champ, boxing champ, MMA coach, great guy. Hosted the first Colorado coaching catch camp. I think that was 6 years ago. Well, now he's the first American affiliate, first Colorado affiliate gym for scientific wrestling. And I asked him, I said, dude, I'm trying to figure out from your perspective as a client, what problem does scientificwrestler.com, what is the affiliate program that I've developed, what does it actually solve for you? Because for me, it was about promoting this fantastic sport that I believe is the single best combat athlete sport to ever exist. Best rule set, the best canon of technique, fantastic colored history with wonderful human beings involved. Well, what Vern said, I asked him, I said, what problem does the scientific wrestling affiliate program solve for you? And here's his reply. Scientific wrestling gives us a better and more structured style of training. It includes pin and submit based grappling. It's much better than the over-commercialized alternative. I think we know who he's talking about. It's a proven system that easily incorporates into mixed martial arts. I love that because that's something I definitely was aiming for. And is brutal as hell. Yeah, I got one carotid artery left to to show for it. Okay, anyway, I won't interrupt. I'm a fight coach. I coach violence. It's a perfect fit for V10 training. V10 is his company. Okay, perfect fit because he coaches violence. That's awesome. In fact, nailed it. For me, I was trying to see, I firmly believe that catch as catch can wrestling is the greatest cross-training grappling method for mixed martial artists. Okay. We know that in MMA and in boxing and in football, there's this big problem of concussions that is a huge problem in these sports. Okay. Athletes are suffering concussions, which gives them mental problems, can lead to all kinds of awful side effects. So in the early days of MMA, in training, people were just going at it, right? Because as an athlete, you want to push yourself, prepare yourself, go as hard as you can. And they were getting concussions in training, which was shortening the lives of the athletes. Now, this is the same reason why my athletic career was cut super short due to medical retirement, because of my carotid dissection. Same thing in grappling. I would get choked and or bait people with it and then fight out of the choke in reverse. Well, it's a dumb idea. I ended up destroying my left carotid. I don't have one anymore. 100% collapsed. I have one. Okay. So now we've learned, don't do that. Don't go balls out. Do not destroy yourself in training. Save it for the competition, for the performance. Okay. When you gotta perform, when you gotta pull it off, save it. So I love that. Now, Paul Garcia was the second American affiliate. Okay. He runs Garcia Sports in Sterling, Colorado, an MMA gym, wrestling based. I love this. I asked him the same thing. What problem does the scientificwrestler.com affiliate program solve for you? Hey, what's up, Ben? So I asked him, what does the Scientific Wrestling Affiliate Gym program solve for you? And this is what he wrote. Now, I love Vern's thing. It was spot on for many reasons, but this is really fantastic too. This is this is an important lesson in business as well. You've got to learn to communicate, and you've got to have people. Guys like Vern and Ben, and I'm going to get to Marco, who is actually the first ever Scientific Wrestling Affiliate Gym up in Canada, Windsor, Canada. He's a cop, law enforcement, runs a gym up there, Combatives Fighting Academy. Okay, check him out. I'll get to him in a second, but let's get to Paul. Paul's a wrestling coach, great guy. You can Google him, Paul Garcia, wrestling, Sterling. It'll pop up some cool articles. Anyway, number one, this is what he said. The material covered is something I was already comfortable with coming from a wrestling background. This is something that I love. Okay, this is fantastic. 2, I'm not at the mercy of a jits instructor saying we aren't ready for what's next. Okay, this again fits in line with my marketing. Okay, what do I say? In scientific wrestling, the only belt that matters, we don't care about purple, green, mauve, pink. The only belt that matters for scientific wrestling is gold. It's gold, baby. So I love this. So he says, the material covered is something I was already comfortable with coming from a wrestling background. I'm not at the mercy of a jits instructor to say we aren't ready for what's next. Scientific wrestling helps my male and female fighters be better prepared for the cage. Yes, exactly. Okay, I'm going to go deeper into that. Why it's good for MMA, because I kind of got sidetracked. 4, I like it for teaching real life self-defense. I'm going to address these because I want to go through this. 5, people say people that have started with us for jiu-jitsu have all stayed and they love the transition, which is what he was worried about. Going from being a jiu-jitsu gym. Oh, we got it. We got somebody popping in. Let's see. Anonymous Facebook user. I don't know why your name's not coming up. I don't know who this is. What's up, Coach? I'm excited for you to work with us at V10. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's kill this. We're going to be doing some seminars here in Denver. I'm going to be holding some at Sterling at Paul's gym, and I'm going to be holding some at Vern's new gym. He's moving his stuff. I don't even think it's a far move. If you guys are in either Aurora or Northern Colorado, way up north in Sterling, almost all the way to Nebraska, let me know. I'll connect you with these guys, support them, and start practicing real scientific wrestling, the stuff co-developed by me and Billy Robinson, the rule set co-developed by me and Carl Gotch. Nobody else has got that. Okay, that's why these guys are signing up. But here's the real reason. So 5 people have stayed that have started with us for JITS, have all stayed, and they love the transition, which is what I was worried about. I'm so glad about that. I want to talk about some of this. 6 guys that have wrestled feel comfortable opposed to a JITS program, which was very foreign to them. I want to actually touch on some of this that I love that I want to expand a little bit on it. Let's see. It's Keith Cassell. Yeah, that's weird, bro. Hey, what's up, Keith? Look forward to meeting you and working with you. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be super awesome, dude. Brutal stuff. I know Vern's mean. And Vern knows some of this stuff because he came to camp that we hosted here in Colorado with Wade and Josh. But I don't know. I can't remember how much the Billy and Carl material and my material that they covered. Maybe not much. Keith says, yes, sir, I'm ready. Let's go, brother. Okay, so number 2, addressing or expanding upon what Paul says. I'm not at the mercy of a JITS instructor to say we aren't ready for what's next. That was a big reason why he bailed. He had actually had 3 or 4 other jiu-jitsu instructors at his gym, other affiliates, and he bailed. Okay, I'm not going to touch on completely why, but some of the scandals in Florida, if you know what I mean, with the behavior, that's part of it. Okay, we run background checks. Okay, if you're a felon, fuck off. I'm sorry, I'm not. I know people get falsely accused and all that kind of stuff, but you know, if you are running afoul, like, you know what I mean, like no wife beaters, no women abusers, no creepers. Okay, we're here to learn wrestling and teach people how to kick ass. Period. Okay, I love that. And you know, when he's saying we're not at the mercy of a JITS instructor to say we aren't ready for what's next. If somebody comes to me, okay, I'm not in this hierarchical fucking, ooh, I'm a blue belt, ooh, I'm a purple belt, you're a white belt or a blue belt, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a fuck? Okay, what can you do on the mat? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? I'm here to help solve that problem. Okay, I am more oriented towards prize fighters. I want to help people make a living doing what they love. I do that in business development with my number 1 coaching. And I also do that with scientific wrestling. Okay, this is why we've had so much success, why we were always brought out to either competition-oriented gyms and in particular MMA gyms. Because again, there's no belt system in fucking MMA. There's no belt system in boxing. And there's no fucking belt system in wrestling. Okay, you can have your belt system. I don't give a shit. I'm not knocking it. What I'm saying is we do things differently. Okay, I don't care. If you come to me and you've got to fight or you want to fight, you want to win. You're going to improve, you're going to win, and you're going to do it again with us, with scientific wrestling. Okay? Now, that means, I mean, how many times have we heard the story of a good, solid high school wrestler or college wrestler, D1, D2, not even, just going in to a jiu-jitsu studio without any knowledge of anything and mowing down everybody all the way from brown belts, black belts, because they have a solid wrestling base. And they don't even know submissions yet. I don't care. If you're going to fight and you want to fight to win, and I'm talking sport, don't get me on this fucking reality-based self-defense. Get a goddamn concealed carry, all right? Get a concealed carry. Get a concealed carry. Can you see that? So that's what you need for self-defense. Good pair of running shoes. I'm talking about combat sports, okay? Sports. The sport of fighting, okay? and particularly grappling or MMA. You don't need a belt. You don't need a belt. Sakuraba he was on one UFC and he's in the Hall of Fame. Okay? So I don't care about a belt. I don't care. I don't care. I want you to win. So if you come in and you're a white belt, like if you go to some other fucking belted system, you go to what? But let's say you're a badass wrestler. I'm gonna show you leg locks, double wrist locks, neck cranks, the whole fucking kit and caboodle, wrist locks. I'm showing you what's gonna win, and I don't give a shit. Okay, because the only belt that matters, the only color belt that matters is gold. TM, Scientific Wrestling. So don't be stealing my shit anymore, motherfuckers. So I love that. So I don't care. We're gonna. There's no limit. I'm gonna show you what you need to know. Okay, and scientific catch as catch can. Scientific Wrestling, catch as catch can wrestling, has been doing it all since 1870. Here's my TM. Scientific Wrestling, ignoring 0% of the body since 1870. Okay. Now, Scientific Wrestling helps my male and female fighters be better prepared for the cage. Now, this is something that, also Vern mentioned earlier in the problem solving that the affiliate program, and particularly the coaching catch curriculum co-developed by me and Billy Robinson, is designed to solve. You have to understand, okay, when you look at the statistics, amateur wrestlers, which is derivative of catch as catch can. This isn't even fucking controversial, so fuck off if you're going to give me any kind of beef on this. Amateur wrestling is by far, statistically, the greatest base for success in mixed martial arts. The numbers bear it out. I'm not even going to you can Google it yourself, okay? This is like anybody who's been around for a second knows this. Jiu-jitsu is like not there. They were good in the beginning when they were controlling the booking and not booking against wrestlers. Okay. And then Sakuraba came around and really showed them what's going on. And when he says, in fact, pro wrestling is strong, he's not talking sports entertainment, bitches. He's talking catch as catch can. Carl Gotch wrestling. Billy Robinson style wrestling. Catch as catch can. Scientific wrestling. Real wrestling. Real submission and pin takedown wrestling. It's been around since 1870. Okay. I go to fightinglibrary.com. I've documented. There's pictures going back that predate the Gracies. Okay. Now, the other thing that I really like about what he said is about the MMA. Okay. Bizjitsu. What's up, bro? Hey, by the way, that guy's the dude, okay? If you need jiu-jitsu insurance, if you're worried about the carotid dissections, let me know. I'm going to hook you up with my guy, okay? It's just Bizjitsu, B-I-Z, Jitsu, at Bizjitsu. Find him, okay? Anyway, the reason why catch and amateur wrestling, but catch in particular, translates so well to the MMA rule set. We don't have punching and kicking. Okay. It's just not in the rule set. Okay. But it's very simple. Like, yeah, there are some boxing oriented point systems in MMA, unfortunately. Judging systems, which I don't agree with, but let's get past that. There are two basic understood ways to win in MMA: a knockout or a submission. Okay. Jiu-jitsu is just about submission. So it's a 2-vector game. There's 2 directions you can go at any moment. It's a complex set of rules. It's more complex than just winning with a submission. You understand? Do you understand that the difficulty that adding another winning path adds to the game you're playing? I don't think a lot of people think about that. Okay? So, catch as catch can has the same thing. But instead of knockout and submission like MMA, Catch as Catch Can has a pin and a submission. But why does that matter? Okay, so they're both similar. They both have 2 ways to win. They're a more complex, more difficult game to play. Okay? BJJ is like checkers. MMA and Catch as Catch Can are like chess. More dimensions of play. Every dimension you add makes it way more complicated. Okay? Like way. Now, why does the pin matter? Because we live on a fucking planet with gravity. What is so fucking hard about it? I mean, I am sick and tired, especially people from the grappling. Ooh, pinning doesn't matter. Then why the fuck are amateur wrestlers that just are a pin and takedown oriented game? They don't even have submissions, kicking your fucking ass all over the place. Because gravity matters in MMA. Gravity matters. Okay? So, a lot of times we see where we really saw a huge shift in MMA was in this ground and pound, right? When the wrestlers started coming in, they still didn't know submissions, but they could get on top and rain down punches on their opponent who's on their back thinking they're cool, being lazy, until gravity gets into play. This is called, in military parlance, I've talked about this ad nauseum. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to keep on fucking going. The strategic high ground. Okay? The strategic high ground. Right? Biz Jitsu says, funny you say that, scoring systems. I'll call you later to discuss. Yeah, I'll just get on the phone, bro. You cannot punch as effectively uphill. You cannot charge. You have gravity on your side. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it. You can fucking figure it out. It's basic to me. I don't want to go too deep into it. But that's why the Catch as Catch Can rule set is so beautiful for MMA, because it's a complicated 2-vector system rule set, 2 ways to win, 2 paths, 2 directions that you could go at any moment to win. It factors in gravity, okay? And why it's so good for cross training is that you don't have to get concussions to get a 2-vectored, gravity inclusive. How's that for you fucking social justice warriors? You're not gravity inclusive. Okay, guys, you're not gravity inclusive. 2-vector, gravity aware method of going full bar with submissions without harming each other. Like seriously, like concussion wise. And honestly, the carotid issue can be handled by people stopping to fight out of chokes. Okay. Now, what is interesting is that eventually rules started being implemented on catch, and maybe it is because people were getting fucked up like me and stroking out. And there's plenty of documented history of these early guys doing this, dying under what would now be diagnosed as strokes. I live in the modern age, and I went undiagnosed for 10 years. Actually, it was fucking Chris Martin, who Biz Jitsu, who fucking clued me in all his work. You got to check him out. I'm a part of a medical study that's coming out at the University of Minnesota or something, Wisconsin, something like that. Anyway, I'll get the study and all about dissections. Well, Chris is on. He says, top pressure pinning always wins. And this is coming from a guard player. Yes, sir. We need to just prevent strokes, and that's it. And so, I wonder if chokes were removed, and particularly in the English variety of Catch as Catch Can. The American variety had chokes more prevalent. Guys like Evan Strangler Lewis, the first Strangler Lewis, choking the fuck out of people. There's evidence of Frank Gotch and Tom Jenkins having a win and a loss because of a strangle. So he's posting it, but I don't know if it'll work on Instagram. Send me the link in Messenger, and I'll try to post it in the comments on the Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube pages. If you want it for me, I will forward it to you. This is fantastic stuff. Thanks, Chris. Sorry, guys, I'm reading this as we go. So anyway, let me continue. So scientific wrestling helps prepare my male and female fighters. This is the problem that the affiliate program solves. Be better prepared for the cage, 100%. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I wonder if the rule of no strangles that's prevalent in the English side of catch and that kind of steamrolled and created the amateur catch can that ended up in the Olympics that didn't have submissions, which led to the folk style system that we have now. So it might have been strokes that led to amateur wrestling. It's funny how, we reinvent the wheel. So who knows what's going to go on if maybe even, the problem with concussions and the problem with carotid dissections and strokes might end up in rule changes. Who knows? We don't know. Okay. He likes it. He says, I like it for teaching real life self-defense. Okay. Again, I'm not a reality-based self-defense guy. That's not why I went into catch wrestling. Okay. Into catch can. But I spent 7 pretty rough years apprenticing with Billy Robinson, traveling the world with him and learning. High pressure. High fucking pressure. You can ask anybody. And I spent the most time with him, dude. Brutal. But pressure makes diamonds, right? Pressure is a privilege. That's part of why I'm where I'm at. I'm not saying it was easy, but I'm glad I did it. I have no regrets. Although I wish I had my carotid still. I'd still be wrestling. But I see the reality-based applications, okay? I'd say probably the most popular reality-based self-defense system right now is the Israeli system of Krav Maga. But what most people don't realize is that the founder, the guy who developed Krav Maga, okay, IMI, Lichtenfeld, or Field, whatever, Emi, the founder, was an amateur wrestling champion, and his dad was a carny wrestler, was a carnival wrestler. That means catch can, bitches. Okay? So even catch can is the basis of the world's biggest reality-based self-defense system, Krav Maga, but they don't even do any fucking grappling, and the dummies have gone the other way and started taking on a non-reality-based system, the jiu-jitsu system. And I'm sorry, it works great on the beach when it's cushy sand, okay? But you do it in a hardwood floor with broken beer bottles, or you do it out on the gravel and the asphalt with broken glass. It ain't going to work out for you. Again, because you're honestly working against gravity. You don't want to get on the ground. You want to have killer takedowns, killer takedown defense, and understand the standing game, okay, to survive. Personally, in my opinion, you want to be if you want to have the best system for self-defense, just hand-to-hand, okay, you need to mix 2 Western and 1 Eastern, but it's not Eastern with a belt system. You need boxing, Muay Thai. Those kicks will ruin your day, ruin your month, ruin your life. You'll walk with a limp after that shit if you're not conditioned to it. And catch can wrestle. So I totally get you. I get you on the reality-based thing. Especially not my expertise. I was certified in Krav Maga by Krav Maga Worldwide, but I'm focused on the sport with athletes. I don't want anything to do with self-defense, although there are applications. I think the real killer application, and I'm talking to you guys in law enforcement, you need to listen to me on this. I've been saying this forever. Catch can is going to be your greatest method for apprehension of perps or the accused or whatever you want to call them with low liability. You're not going to be kneeling on somebody's neck or strangling them to death. That's no good. Somebody films that shit. That's no good for you, man. Okay? We've got cops going to jail for that now. Maybe they should. But maybe that could have been avoided. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm saying maybe. But maybe that could have been avoided had instead they learned to cradle somebody. Nobody's going to die from a cradle. And they work. They work. Mark Schultz, the guy who the Foxcatcher movie is made after, cradled the god of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Rickson Gracie, for a half hour. A half hour. 30 minutes. Police are supposed to have backup within a few minutes. Hey, I need help. Cradle. They roll up in 5 minutes. You still got the bitch cradled. People can videotape that all they want. But I've always questioned this. I actually tried out for the LAPD years ago. By the way, and Santa Monica and a handful of others. Smoked everybody on the PT test. Everybody. Thank you, Carl Gotch. I smoked them. I lapped them. On the run, pull-ups. I did like 30 pull-ups. See if I can't get those records. They gave me the records somewhere, so I have them somewhere. Fantastic. But they were at the LAPD Academy back even then. This was 2003. And I did a Citizens Police Academy to get ready, and it was taught on the campus for the LAPD Police Academy. And they were teaching jiu-jitsu. And I just was like, why would I do a guard-based strategy which puts my weapon, my hip, right to my opponent where they can grab my weapon? Makes no sense. No sense at all. So, anyway, I get it. I love it. 5 people that have stayed with us for jiu-jitsu all stayed, and they love the transition, which is what I worried about. This is the thing, man. That's why I call the Coach and Catch. Go to coachandcatch.com. It's our training camps that we do. Probably what I do, like 8 or 10 a year, every year since 2007, like 15 years or something ridiculous. 16 years, whatever. I don't know. 15? I think it's 15. Anyway, that's a lot of camps and a lot of people, man. That's like thousands of people that have come through. Because I've traveled to them. Okay, because the quality control in catch wrestling is shit until I came around. That's another fucking fact. Number one. That's why I'm one. High standards. High standards. Highest. Like second place, even like I keep saying, we're leading the fucking solar system, and they haven't even left the atmosphere. Anyway, so I'm glad. But that's what everybody comes to our accelerator camp. And they love it. Their mind is blown. That is the biggest reaction. The biggest reaction afterwards, they're like, holy fuck, this was amazing. Then second is they let me know, holy shit, I went back and I smoked all these guys that I had never been able to beat before, just after one weekend, because of the fundamentals and the basics that we teach, right? Number 6, guys that have wrestled feel comfortable opposed to a JITS program, which was very foreign to them. And this is something that's near and dear to my heart. I'm glad he brought this up. Okay. I'm glad he brought this up because amateur wrestlers do so well. Why would you, if you already have this incredible skill set that you have ingrained into muscle memory that factors in gravity, why would you throw all that away? Why wouldn't you go with catch as catch can, scientific wrestling, where all we're going to do is take what you already know, cradles, for example, Nelsons, and just tweak them to show you how to set up submissions from those incredible control positions. There's so many control positions. Look, jiu-jitsu is a fantastic sport. I love how game they are. I love what they've done. I love that. They are the ones that founded the UFC. Okay. Which caught on. Fantastic. Way different than when they started. It definitely was more like tough man competition level quality, but you got to give credit where it's due. But they have one primary control position, and that is this body scissor idea, whether they're on top or underneath, most times underneath, to set up their submissions. They do some submissions from other control positions, but that's the primary, like 90%. Okay. Until recently, when things like Carl Gotcha saying, if somebody put me in guard, I just break their legs. Now everybody doesn't even pass guard. They just go for leg locks, which Carl's been saying for 20 years. And people in the jiu-jitsu community laughed at him because they didn't even know leg locks back then. And they tried to belittle and shit on a great fucking genius, a giant in the world of grappling. It's a shame. Pure grappling illiteracy. And that's one thing that I'm really trying to change here. So I love that he addresses this. Those that come from an amateur, a folk style, freestyle, and Greco-Roman in particular, really, really translate well to catch as catch can. What's up, Dominic? I prefer stand-up. I'm terrible on the ground. Well, see, now this is the other thing. You should go watch Sakuraba, 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 and watch his matches against the Gracies. Okay, so not only was he superior on the stand-up game, but then he smoked him on the ground. Once, it was like repeatable, verifiable, over and over and over again against the jiu-jitsu model. Where he ended up losing, who got his number, was Wanderlei Silva, because Sakuraba was mostly a grappler. Catch can is primarily a grappling system. Okay, so now, if you're an MMA guy, you'll learn that these were the early days, 2000, when Sakuraba was proving these things. Changed my life, 100%. So I absolutely love that. But I want to get to Marco. Now, Marco was our very first affiliate. Fantastic guy, law enforcement officer up in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Combatives Fighting Academy up there. First guy to join. Jumped at it. I still haven't even done a marketing push. I'm working on getting landing pages. I'm actually developing the program still. Like the curriculum has obviously been there. It's been there for 15 years, co-developed by Billy. The grappling rule set, co-developed by Carl Gotch, been around since 2006. Okay. All the resale rights. You got to go to scientificwrestler.com, scientificwrestler.com, and you can see all the stuff you get when you become an affiliate. Okay, you get resale rights to the gigantic library, what people have called the Library of Alexandria of grappling. That's not me, that's other people. My friend Kenny said that. Great wrestler. Get resale rights. You get rights to hold King Catch tournaments. You get rights to teach once you get certified. It's a grueling process. But anyway, I can't remember where I was going with that. But I want to talk about Marco. Okay. He was the first to jump at it. Oh, yeah, I still haven't finished it yet. So what you get as an offer is ready. Well, what's not ready is I have a whole website system set up where you're going to be able to actually get not only to complement them in live training, because you get 2 full coaching catch tuitions paid. That's a $5,000 value each. That's $10,000. Okay. Then you get the licensing and marketing suite. You get to use the logos, the brands, all those things that come with a normal affiliate gym that you can use to sell merchandise, put on your gym. You make money through teaching courses when you get certified using the Scientific Wrestling brand. You get the resale rights to everything, 50% commission on information products. Good commissions on signing other people up for affiliate programs. Good commissions for booking seminars with other people that are in the scientific wrestling ecosystem. Badass motherfuckers. Not just me, I'm talking like Sam Cresson, who I ended up having to engage to help me when Scientific Wrestling started to get too big and I couldn't handle all the work. I brought in Sam to help. Jesse Merez, another badass. All BJJ Fanatics instructors. Harry Smith. Badass, okay? And legit. Good stuff. All that comes with it, okay? Now, because I have not quite finished some of the web stuff that will organize things, I'm giving the first 8 people a $2,000 discount. It's $8,000. And then for one time, $8,000 and then $500 a year. Let me just give you an example. There are other affiliate programs charge $300 a month. After just 2 3/4, not even 3 years, 2 3/4 years, not even 3 years, you're already paying over $10,000 with those alternates. You understand? Every 5 years, you're paying $20,000. You pay one time with me and then a $500 a year maintenance fee, and that's it. Best ROI, return on investment in the business. Hands down. Not even a fucking question. Okay? And because I only put that out, just like, hey, I'm going to do this. I got everything planned, but I'm still developing actually the website to organize some of this stuff. I put it out there. Marco jumped on it. Like literally, I just made a random minor post somewhere. That's why you probably didn't see it. Marco saw it, jumped on it. Anyway, this is what Marco said when I asked him, what is the Scientific Wrestler affiliate program? What does it solve for you? He says, it solved the jiu-jitsu dilemma. Jiu-jitsu is the rat race doing what everyone else is doing with no real breakthrough while falling behind other top-tier competition schools. This is Scientific Wrestling brings back a wrestling-first attitude to grappling, essentially cutting to the front of the line. Instead of learning 300 moves half-assed, why not learn 25 moves extremely well and dare your opponent to try to beat you? Scientific Wrestling is the perfect submission grappling program for the future of grappling and MMA. And again, that's from Marco up in Canada. And I love that. He put it just so succinctly. And the irony is, the reason why he says it's the perfect submission grappling program for the future of grappling MMA is because it's withstood the test of time. 170 years of catch wrestling athletes standing at the top of the podium wearing gold belts. Gold belts. And I do include amateur wrestlers in that. But they don't know submissions. Okay. Now, I'm here to help you guys. Whatever I can do, let me know. Check out scientificwrestler.com. That is how I'm solving that problem. Now, let's say you don't give 2 squats. Or maybe you do. Maybe you're a fan. And I love fans. But you're not actually wanting to get a collapsed carotid or a jacked shoulder or any damaged knees or any of the stuff that comes with playing a rough sport. But you enjoy the shit out of it. You love watching it. Okay? Or you love MMA. And some of your favorite guys come from a catch wrestling background. Josh Barnett, another fucking ninja. Amazing human. Dominated. He doesn't talk jiu-jitsu. He talks catch as catch can. Okay? Now, maybe you're just listening because you're into it, but you're not going to actually become an affiliate gym or do the other things that these other guys are talking about because I don't solve that problem for you. But I have, scientific wrestling is my passion. It's my life's purpose. As weird as it is for me, from my perspective, that's my life's purpose, is to get every man and woman and child involved with the sport of scientific wrestling, catch as catch can, as either a fan, athlete, coach, or a promoter or business person. Okay. And that's really what I'm trying to solve with the Scientific Wrestler affiliate program. But I can solve other problems outside. In fact, I have for many, many people. That's why I do business development. Started my company. In fact, you see me, I love all this 10X shit, okay, because it's cool. And it's cool. I believe in it. I love Grant Cardone. I bought in to Grant's methodologies, philosophies. I really jam with a lot of what he has to say. I really look up to him as a human being. What he's accomplished, the way he's accomplished it. So I'm actually running. I'm 10X certified. Where the fuck's my pin? Hold on. For those of you who aren't listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, there's my, let me get it to where you can see. You see that fucking pin right there? 10X certified. There are 55 people on the planet as of this recording that are certified to teach Grant's material. And I am one of them because I believe in it. It's completely congruent with everything I have ever learned and believed. And I learned a fuck ton. As good of an entrepreneur as I am, I just joined up a year ago and I've learned a fuck ton. Okay. I believe in it. I am here to help you in the way it helped me, coupled with my also experience as a successful entrepreneur through 3 different financial crises, getting stronger through each one of those. You want to talk fucking anti-fragile? Anti-fragile, dude. Hormesis. Anti-fragile, it's just he made up another fucking word. It's called hormesis. The Greeks already came up with it, bitch. Hormesis. And I love Nassim Taleb, don't get me wrong. But he's not right on everything, and sometimes he does stuff like that. Hormesis. Okay? But 10xdenver.co this June, end of June, I'm running a 3-day. That's like going to be 15, 18 hours, depends. It goes longer, especially considering when we throw in the lunches and the after parties and stuff like that, of us just sitting there hammering home sales. The lifeblood of business, dude. If you've been ignoring it, I'm not saying you need to do it, but you need to understand it. So if you have salespeople or you are a salesperson, so you can succeed and you know what's up. Sales, marketing, scaling, growth, 3 days of that. Okay. And it's not just me. I'm bringing in some banging guests. Some people that were on stage at fucking GrowthCon. Okay. That have been on stage with Grant at other events. Coming to my event. Sign up, man. 10xdenver.co. Get on. And you sign up, you come to the Denver Business Boot Camp. Certified 10X, bitches. Okay. Oops. Let's flip it around. Certified 10X. 10X certified. Come. And if you sign up, the first 5 people that sign up, now there's 2 tiers of tickets. There's VIP, and there's a difference, and there's executive, okay? VIP, you get a month of 1-to-1, my personal attention for a month as a coaching client. I charge $3,500 for a 1-month engagement with me, and I get it because of the ROI. Imagine having my mind solving your problems for a month. That comes with the VIP ticket. Okay? If you can't afford that, and there's, I try to be inclusive and make it so everybody could come. If you can't afford that, I've got the executive ticket. Half the price. You still get a month of coaching, but it's in my group coaching. So it's not 1-to-1, but it's group coaching, which you could still engage and talk to me. I'll solve your problems. We work for a month on things. You wouldn't believe what you can do in a month. Trust me. Go to my website, Go over there. Check it out. Look at the testimonials. Look what I've done and who I've done it for. Okay? Now, No1 Coaching, which is up for the people on Instagram or on Facebook and YouTube, that and LinkedIn, that will take you to the Thales coaching website. People can never spell it, so I just changed it to number one coaching, no1coaching.com. Go there. Okay? And I will help you solve your problems because I'm a problem solver. Anyway, guys, I've been going on like a crazy man. It's already getting to be almost an hour. I appreciate all you guys who jumped in on the comments. Super stoked to see you guys. And if you enjoyed this, man, give me a number one in the comments. Like it, share it, let other people know. You could go back and you can listen to the old episodes. I have them all up. Number one, again, No1 Ninja, no1.ninja. Yeah, there's actually instead of .com was taken. I got .ninja. But that's all the archives of the old number one podcast. Okay. Plus some of my old shows. If you go to the YouTube link, some of my old shows from Mental Self-Defense, where I gave Thomas Zodz his last interview. I actually put the Carl Gotch interview, which was his last interview, put that up in there. My interview with Chris Novoselic from Nirvana, talking about voting systems, trippy ass conversation, brilliant guy. Governor, presidential candidate Gary Johnson, Jesse the Mind Body Ventura, former governor, presidential candidate, I think. I don't know. Did he run for president? Can't remember. Anyway, check it out. You can go there. Number one Ninja. But, dude, get tickets to either the 10X Business Boot Camp in Denver, hosted by me. Okay, look, let there be no confusion. 10X certified. Yes. Got it. Got it. Don't give me no shit. Number one. Let me help you. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. And today's Thursday, so we got more show this week. I'll see you.